Okay, so first thing before going to replay, looking at picks, it's definitely quite a good win ranger support game. You have three heroes that basically can't touch you: Legion, Huskar, Monkey. Completely reliant on right clicks. Of course, Luna also, but she does have beam and ult, and Pudge can definitely kill you. But again, you're pretty good because when you're fast, like it's hard for him to hook you. As for your team, you have a safe lane Jug, offlane Ench. Offlane Ench, you kind of want to play around. That's a hero that scales really well. Sorry, not scales really well, but can definitely crush the lane. I assume you went with him. This was a support Mirana, or maybe you were safe lane with Jug. I don't know. Item wise though, first thing I'm kind of noticing. Okay, so let's take a look at skill build. Right, so you max Shackle. Yeah, I don't like this build because even though obviously you're supporting, Shackle's great. Like think about what you're getting from the Shackle maxing it, right? Like cooldown goes from 18 to 12. Okay, that's pretty decent. And the Shackle duration almost doubles across like 3 points. 3 points to almost double. But the point is, like, when you have a 2-second Shackle, that's is enough to get a kill. Like, it's very often it's enough. You gotta think, like, what are the situations where how often is gonna be that you get a Shackle and because it was only level 1 you don't get the kill. Like, they don't have any instant escape heroes. Like, there's no Puck or Ember or Quap or something, right, where as soon as the Shackle ends they're gonna blink out or escape. No, it's just they're immobile heroes. Not to mention there's even the Legion who can remove the Shackle. So yeah, with all that being said, like, why do you need to have Shackle max by 7? It doesn't offer much. Again, if you get the kill with the max level Shackle, you probably would get the kill with the level 1 Shackle too. Secondly, the wind run, also its skill's kind of nice, but again, it's not really a huge difference maker. And why is Power Shot a difference maker? Because with the maxed out Power Shot you can actually clear waves fast, whereas with a level 1 Power Shot you can't really, like, it's a little bit of damage but you're not clearing any waves with a level 1 Power Shot. And the ability to clear waves is super important on any hero, including supports. In fact, especially supports, because you have to push lanes. Like, you have to get your farming experience at some point. Any hero needs to push lanes, and yeah, but basically by delaying the Power Shot this much, like level 1 Power Shot until you're level 13 on support. Let's see how many minutes in that was. So basically for the first 20 minutes you have a level 1 Power Shot. Now you didn't die, I mean that's great, and you got solid items, but still, like, 20 minutes, sorry, where you're not able to push lanes. And you even had mana boots, which would mean, like, you can really spam that Power Shot, but you're not gonna spam Shackle, right? Like you use 1 Shackle per, maybe 2 Shackles per gank or mini fight or kill or whatever. It's not like you need crazy mana sustain to spam Shackle. Winrun doesn't cost any mana, so if you have mana boots, like, why, it would be great to have max Power Shot and actually spam it to clear waves, and you would get your levels faster anyway. The second thing is, even though your support, even though all your teammates do a lot of damage, it's still, like, I would say it's a much better idea to buy phase boots at least. Like, I can kind of understand, although I would say, like, you want phase boots Javelin every game, just so you increase your own kill potential. Like, yeah, if you have a TA or an Ench with you or a Jugger with you, then all you gotta do is land the Shackle. You don't need more damage to get the kill, but you're not always gonna have them with you because they're farming, right? So again, having phase boost Javelin gives you more options. You just have more damage on your own. You can roam in the enemy woods alone. You don't always have to have a guy with you. So that's why I like the phase boost Javelin, but I can sort of forgive, like, not going Javelin, but yeah, I can't really forgive not, like, having neither. Not to mention the phase boots help you position for Shackles. They help you escape better and stuff. The mana boots are really not a big deal. Like, if you're buying mana boots but you're buying them later on, not as a first item, then it's probably not a great idea. In this case, you wanted to get the Greaves, that's why. That's a whole other, like, mech is just, it's not good. Mech is not a good item. If you want to help your team, you know, you buy either a Pipe or a Crimson. And this game they have a lot of right click, so the Crimson makes a lot of sense. Although obviously there's a lot of magic damage, you know, between the Luna, the Legion, so Pipe also would have been okay. But yeah, Crimson, I would say, like, again, if that's what you want to do, help your team survive, Crimson costs way less money than Greaves. 3.5k. Greaves is 5.5k, like not even close. And Greaves does Crimson does so much more. Like, you cannot believe how much more survivability Crimson gives you than fucking Greaves. Greaves is just not a good item. Even if you need Dispel, which you don't, like, there's literally nothing to Dispel here. Not this. I honestly kind of rare. Okay, Huskar ulti slow is pretty much the only thing you can Dispel in their whole lineup. But even if you needed a Dispel, again, the Lotus would be much better. It's, again, cheaper, and you can use anyone on your team. In fact, again, that's something that could have been really beneficial. If you really want to get a team-oriented item, you can buy Lotus, and what that does is basically prevents Pudge from ulting that guy. So it could be pretty useful for Jug, right? Because he's magic immune already, and the only thing that can stop him is Pudge ult. If you Lotus him, Pudge cannot ult him. Other items you could have, like, those are basically the choice if you want to really go with this max support route. But honestly, like, again, the standard build of Phase Boots, Maelstrom, Blink, you know, maybe, like, having a really fast Blink is cool, so I can kind of get that. You can catch people earlier and stuff, but still, I will go back for the damage items afterwards. Because again, like, even though you're not, like, you have a lot of damage on the team already, it's basically, like, what's making the, you know, what is the difference maker here where you have this Greaves? Like, it doesn't change anything if you want a 5-man. But imagine you just have Phase Boost Javelin, suddenly you have solo kill potential, and, you know, you are having a great game. You could have them quite early. Basically, this mana boots could be a Phase Boots, so 15 minutes you have Blink Phase Boots, and let's see, here you go about Hedges and this and that, so this could have been Javelin. So by 20 minutes having Blink Phase Javelin, like, that's not a bad timing. You're not quite gonna solo kill the cores, but, like, let's say you use your, you know, Blink Shackle focus on Luna, you can definitely bring her to, like, 2/3, maybe half. And then, you know, that's enough to, like, allow your ally to clean up, like, one impetus and she's dead. And you can definitely, like, super easily solo kill Monkey anytime. And you can also kill Pudge, honestly, because he was not having a great game. Like, he has Tranquil's Urn at 20 minutes, so it would basically allow you to solo kill both their supports and be much more of a threat in general. Like, you're not gonna solo kill these cores, but if you, like, if they're very deep and you get to chase the Huskar for like I don't know, 20 seconds, you, like, you're already gonna threaten him. Like, he can't just tank you, you know. Whereas right now, your right click is basically non-existent. And yeah, even if you feel like, okay, you don't want to do that at all, maybe your team was really active, maybe they're always with you, whatever, you want to go, like, full support, then still these items are not really great for that. Then items you should be buying are things like Euls. Your team doesn't have a lot of catch, so Euls really helps with that. Again, it doesn't have to be, you know, you actually have an arrow to set up with the Euls, so that's even more a reason. But even if you have nothing to set up, just, like, you know, Euling the guy so that your TA has 2.5 seconds to get close, like, that's already, like, very nice use of the Euls. You know, you can shackle 2 guys, a Eul third, you know, it gives you a lot more control, you know, practically infinite mana. Something else, by the way, when you are playing this, the Mana Regen talent is the safe one to go for, but if you just buy 1 mana item, so you don't have mana issues, the Windrun Slow talent is really, really good. Also, 30% extra, it goes from 30 at max level to 60. And 60% slow is absolutely insane. Again, these are not mobile cores, they don't have, you know, jumps, mobility spells, so that slow really, really hurts them. And the best thing about the slow is, like, it's constantly applied, which means, let me see if it's explained exactly in the spell description. Enemy slow radius. So basically, throughout the duration, like, if someone gets close there, in the radius, they will get slowed. So you know, Huskar removing it with this jump, dispelling, Legion removing it with press the attack, like it's gonna be reapplied. That's what makes that slow really, really good. What else? What else? Let's go with this actually. So that's for item and skill build. Let's take a bit of a look at how the actual game went. I'll take a look at laning and some decisions throughout the game pretty much.
Seconds to battle.
Alright, so you didn't skill anything yet, that's good, until you see what's happening. You skill Shackle here to try and save Mirana. So okay, you don't, not ideal to have Shackle at 1, but you wanted to try and save Mirana, so I can see that. Okay, that's very interesting stuff.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, so one of the main... Okay, now I have the win run, so you can actually play the way someone wants to play. Get another kill, that's nice. Because yeah, what you want to do is be on the left and trading hits. You weren't doing it because you didn't have the win run. That makes sense. Now you have it, so you're playing more aggressive. That's very good. I don't like the stick purchase here. Again, like you're just supporting, so sustain is not the biggest concern. Your concern is more like being able to, you know, make plays, be aggressive. And the boots is a very huge timing. Now you're delaying the boots by 200 gold for very little reason. Like again, if it was a Bristleback or a Zeus or something, I can kind of get it, but it's just like a dual lane that doesn't really use that many spells. And now, you know, your boots are quite delayed, also because you went for, like, I can get the talisman, so I have more damage to harass, but also getting a stick, like now, you know, even though you guys got the first blood, you have already been in 3 kills at 4 minutes. Like you didn't die, but you still nowhere near boots, so that feels kind of bad. And you know, like let's say boots are kind of the crucial thing you need to, for example, run mid. It feels a bit awkward to rotate mid without boots. So yeah, already here, like definitely level 3 you need power shot. It's gonna do way more, like increasing the stun ratio by 0.6 seconds, but power shot does 150 magic damage. There's no way that you guys in like this early into the game are gonna do more than 150 damage in 0.6 seconds, and that's not, you know, talking about all the other utility of power shot, like the ability to harass. Like you can just power shot without shackling, you can scalp with it, you can, you know, run mid and stuff. You can push the wave so that you give yourself a opportunity to pull. So yeah, I really don't liking this. Yeah, this Legion is basically now kind of bullying the lane, also because it keeps getting these 2-man overwhelming ults. And you know, again, with this build, you can't really harass him effectively, so all you can do is try to get a kill, but this is actually like a hero that, you know, he's 1.3k HP with just treads, so the spin is not super effective at killing him. Now you throw it out here, and I mean, if he dies, it's really his bad, because he could have just nuked. Like, right as the shackle ends, what he has to do is mango, nuke for movement speed, and walk away, and there's no way you kill him. Yeah.
I will not forget this.
Anyway, you end up getting the boots. So, things are looking better. you're staying this lane because you feel like now this is the place to get kills. Jugger's close to 6. Nice camp stacking, but again, it's not that easy when he's full. He actually missed the shackle. And this guy just keeps running into you, and now he dies because TA came, but like, if he just walks away, he's alive, you know, it's so stupid. I don't know why TA comes now, but I guess it made it really hard. Huskers are working him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
Okay, so there's a... Like, you cannot have this habit of just throwing shackle as soon as you see someone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It was kind of like, it could have last year if he stood still, but you really need to... Because if, like, think about it, Pudge runs into you guys. There's literally just one scenario out of a million where he survives, and this is it. You know, your stun is wasted before you're even hitting him, and then he's able to TP out. So it's literally like you could be AFK for 3 seconds and you have a higher chance of killing him than by doing this. There's just one habit to have. It's not like the biggest deal, but definitely something you want to avoid happening. Okay, Husker kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So you could try this creep, then when you start rank you try on this creep, but again that was a kind of zero chance shackle, but whatever, you get him anyway. It's important to be patient with the shackle. Like.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's this is a nice shackle, which gives good opportunity. But if he actually kills Jug here, so it's really bad. Like, he played it well. What the Jugger needs to do is basically take a step away, because all he has to do is Omni Slash. Now the only way for Legion to live is to do this. That ends up working out. And again, it's an illustration where that 0.6 seconds extra not really changing anything. But imagine the power shot did 100 more damage, or 200 more damage if it was level 3. That could have been a much easier kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's kind of just staying with this lane. This time he does get Omni Slash off, so it's cool.
Dire's top tower is
That's
under
shackle.
attack.
Yeah, I don't know, this TP to base don't like it much. As a support, okay, you're low mana, but not that low. You still have 2 spells. The shrine is down, but you'll just, if you're gonna bring items anyway, just bring like 2 clarities and a mango on the courier, saving money. But having your TP ready is a pretty big deal, because now the moment you TP base, like, you're off the map.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You cannot help any lane right now. And you're gonna walk to a lane, which is fine, but now you're committed to this lane, right? Like, if action breaks out top, you cannot be there. If action breaks out bottom, you cannot be there.
To the temple's defense.
It's a good attempt, but
Dire's
doesn't
top
match.
tower is under attack.
So here we go for rotation, nice. Oops, fire kill, Luna's already low. It's pretty good. So see, you're snowballing hard, now, yeah, you're gonna get the blink, which it's not bad, but like, if you look at your net worth, how high it is, you're almost same net worth as their cores. And right now you could be sitting on a Javelin and almost phase boots. And you know, having Javelin phase boots like 12 minutes, you can again solo kill literally any hero. I mean, every time you have ult up.
Heal us.
It's a bit of an overcommitment, but shouldn't matter. It's Ench. Except when he tanks the rot and a bunch of spears. That was Ench's fault. Yeah, the other reason why like this blink is not...
Tower is under attack.
I said it's fine actually, but now that I'm looking at the game, I don't like it anymore. Because again, think about it, like, well, what's the blink allowing you to do that you cannot do without it, you know, like... You're not... Like, it's so early into the game that your cores still want to farm. Like, you're catching people because they're on your half of the map, not because you have to hunt for them. You know, yeah, you can blink Shackle to guarantee a Shackle on a Huskar, let's say, but you can also Shackle him off the creep, or you could also just have the face with Javelin and you know, kill them without needing a Shackle and just focus fire. And you know, the other thing is that the damage items, they allow you to, you know, Javelin, eventually Maelstrom. It's gonna allow you to farm even more, to push waves even better, and overall it's gonna do way more than what the blink is gonna give you. Here just walked out of base with not full HP and all. That was kind of weird.
Is under attack.
Here the shackle kind of pays off, but let's see. I mean, here the blink pays off, kind of. But again, that's only because you were low and you couldn't afford to actually chase with hero and hits. And yeah, definitely going Greaves now is a massive mistake. So if you think about how the game is going, like you guys are really far ahead, you basically won all the lanes. What you want to do in this situation is basically use your advantage to get towers and group up and stuff. Link tower.
Tower is under attack.
Okay, this is a good example of the moment where, you know, the skill build feels really bad because there's a whole creep wave hitting your tower, and even though you TP there, like, tower still takes, I don't know, 6 catapult hits because you actually just have a level 1 power shot and it's not doing anything to the wave. So now, let's say you want to pressure lane, you can't really do that again due to the lack of wave clear, the lack of power shot. Now you want to make a play. TS Dazzle. So yeah, if you shackle anyone, they're pretty much dead. Blink feels kind of nice in this situation, but don't have vision. So here you get a shackle, but you know, you don't even blink for it, right? You don't need to blink. Clips wasted, you guys get out, that's nice, you already took the tower. You have all tier 1s, you could actually just go Roche now because there's no Eclipse, and you have a TA with Dazzle.
Double damage!
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Especially this, like this is also really bad. Like taking level 2 ult. Actually, this coincidental, but yeah, this move is also bad. Like jumping extremely deep to try and kill a Pudge under enemy tier 2. Like even if you kill him, the benefit is like, the payoff is very small. And you're risking so much. Like they don't punish you with everyone so deep, and the kill doesn't give you much. But yeah, when you have no damage items, no reason to take level 2 focus fire. Like literally no reason. 10% less reduction. That's like what 20 DPS increase or some shit like that. It's absolutely no impact. You're gonna know a nice catch thanks to the blink shackle. So with the way you're like now, you can actually start 5-manning when you have the blink, so it's kind of paying off. So you know, again, I'll concede. I still think, you know, like if you just get the damage item, it's gonna give you similar kills, and you'll still have the blink by now. Okay, so here you TP out for not sure what. You get the tower, 2 dead. Pretty good position to go for Rex. But you TP to catch a Luna. Also, smoke is really wasted. Like, what's the point of smoking when you're TPing into someone? The thing is, like the Luna's not even started hitting the tier 3 yet. There's really no need to panic that hard and go defend. You're basically putting your team in a very dangerous position by doing that. Chug gets caught and dies. So your team still gets the racks, but all it was like a huge risk, and in the end, like Jugger dies because of that TP you made. He didn't have to die, you know. Ideally, it should be you dying instead of the Jug. And yeah, the other thing is just that there was no reason. The tower was not taking any damage. It's you got the racks, but it was risky. Like imagine you don't get the main racks because you left. Like that could be game losing. So you wanna like prioritize playing around the cores and making sure you actually get that Rex.
Tower is under attack.
If like Luna's actually committing, almost getting the Urax as well, then TP is justified, but she was nowhere near the base. And if you just wanted to make sure you catch her, like that's also not really worth it. Because what if you catch the Luna? Like who cares? You're getting Rex. And Luna is 0-1. He's farming well, but... And now, thanks to this Jug Death, they're actually able to get Roche. So all now ends up being a pretty massive swing.
Every coin helps.
Yeah, you got the Rax, but giving up Aegis as the team that's ahead. I mentioned you guys could Roche earlier, now also the Roche is denied from you. TA is a Roche hero, and yeah, like it's... I wouldn't say, you know, it's like a bad trade, but like, it's basically not entirely good for you. If you have a choice, you know, keep things as they are or trade any Rax for Roche, you don't want to make that trade. It's a nice team on Shackle, you kill him, but, you know, actually not strong enough to re-engage, I guess. Because you don't have the jug, so... And now we're quickly reaching the point where, like, yeah, you're getting these great shackles, but your hero doesn't do anything other than that. And, like, that's why I'm mentioning, you know, that these items are not helping you with that fact.
Tower is under attack. Middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower.
Like, okay, you're not dying and you get some good catch, but that's it. You could be having a much bigger impact. And now this, you know, mech, commit 2.3k gold for this mech, and would you have won that fight if you had mech? No. Are you gonna get any kills thanks to the mech? No. Are you gonna... Like, Juggle's dying here. If you were there with the mech, he would still die, you know? Like, it just doesn't do anything.
This will do nicely.
So now you're doing a good play, which is pressuring the top lane so they cannot just 5-man. It's very nice. And, you know, this is finally the time that it's actually possible because you have levels and power shot. And you see you create a lot of pressure, you force one guy to TP. Your team killed 2, and now you can 5-man bottom with the Legion stuck top without a TP. And 2 enemies dead. And you could maybe even go for the So that was a really good move. You guys try to play it safe, go for the shrine instead. It's alright.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's a nice catch, but you get saved, so you gotta run. Juggernaut having a Linken's is really scary against Legion at this point. He should have Linken's or at least a Shadow Blade or something. Shadow Blade kinda weird with him around on the team, but he needs like something defensive. I guess he's going for Butterfly, which is fine, but when this kind of stuff happens. So you see, like here the blink does nothing. If you have a Yules, what you could try is like, then you could shackle the Huskar and Yule the Legion. I mean, either way you should have tried to shackle the Huskar because it would be easier than getting Legion. And this is mostly Jugger's mistake, but now he's dead with 2.7k gold, died on your half the map, it's really bad. And stunning the lead is kinda... The lead is kinda disappearing. Luna farmed a lot. And Luna farming a lot is, I mean, Luna played this well to have this many creeps on the losing team. But again, I would go back to like your build basically not allowing you to apply solo pressure and hunt the Luna early game. Is partially why she got the space. Unfortunate hook, that's the first death. It's partially why she got the space, like, because you guys 5-man a lot for every single kill, and that man makes it very easy for the Luna to just find farm. But yeah, in terms of asking, like, if you're wondering what would be a better build, like, generally for me, when I go Twin Ranger to make sure I have max impact, I like to go Maelstrom and Phase Boost Maelstrom into Blink, and then just go for a Hex. Gives more, you know, late game kill potential. Hex is about, you know, as big of a difference maker as it gets. Hero like this TP, you thought you were gonna be a fight, okay, but still, you know, you were in a pretty good spot there. You could like wrap around, surprise them from behind, scout them. Now you're just with your team. Like you don't want to be behind your team when you're playing support that cannot even save or doesn't have massive damage. Like there should be a reason for you to sit back. Like if you, again, if you're maybe a Zeus or a Phoenix or a Wyvern, you have these crazy ults. You know, you can win the fight if you don't get caught. Or if you're a, you know, Venge, Dazzle, whatever SD, you can save someone. But if you're a Windrunner, like, so what if you sit behind? Okay, you're gonna maybe be in a good spot for a 2-man shackle, but same goes if you're like behind the enemies. And even if you get bursted, it's not the end of the world. Like if they use duel on you, they're not using it on Jug. So what ends up happening is that the Jug just dies to duel. Actually, they didn't use Greaves in this fight. They wouldn't have saved him, but at least use them in travel. And yeah, basically have very, very minimal impact. And this could be, it looks kind of like it's the game deciding fight. So you're sitting very far back here. But again, like if someone loses this fight, you know, it's Jug, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Jug or TA or Ench, they deal the damage. If you're winning this fight, it's thanks to them. So you sitting back watching them go in is really bad, because then they're the ones tanking everything, and how can they win the fight afterwards? So see, like no one focused you. You got the space to do whatever you wanted, but you couldn't do anything because, I mean, at least you should try to get Shackle. You didn't really find an opening until you could use Shackle after 3 heroes died. But you know, it is, the Shackle's not reliable, and you don't have the items to deal damage and stuff, but that's all the more reason to be the first to go in, because you know, revealing the enemies, allowing your team to find a good opening, maybe even tanking a couple spells, like that's pretty much the best case scenario, like the most impact you can have on that fight. And yet, in order to do that, you need to actually commit. And honestly, like, you wouldn't die. You have Windrun again, most of the damage is right clicks. I don't think they have MKVs yet. So if you just blink in with Windrun, what can they do? That's, by the way, also where the slow talent would be really nice, because then you actually, it's like a soft, you know, soft crowd control. You blink in, you slow everyone a lot. Okay, Scourge is back. So I mean, I think that was about it. Like the rest of the game, they didn't get Rax yet, but you just clean them up with Ench here. Where you kind of assume what happens, like if they, because you guys are really far ahead, now they got farmed, now Luna is almost 6 slotted, you're gonna hit 25, and if you win one fight, if they win one fight, Luna can take the base, so I'm assuming that's what happened.
Illusion.
Or did you actually win this game? I mean, I forgot. No, they won, okay. So that's probably what happened, but yeah, so 2 pickoffs, 3 pickoffs, and I suppose you guys don't have buybacks, only you have buyback, and just cooldown. Functional defensive items kind of hurts, but yeah. And because they have a Luna, they can probably just put on. So I'm not saying the game is on you, like cores got picked off a lot and they had a lot of questionable item choices, but the point is that they're actually taking tier 4s through back the region. It's insane. But yeah, the point is that, you know, I don't like the build on items. Like, your gameplay was mostly appropriate for them, except this last fight. I would say that's the only like real significant gameplay mistake. Your gameplay was appropriate for your items, but again, it's like quite passive, and okay, you're just catching people so your team can kill them, but because of this 5-man heavy, you know, style, that gave basically the Luna the space to farm. And if you just go for damage items, you can still have similar impact with your team, but you action 4th core, and you know, it could be a threat around the map on your own. You can close out the map a lot better because you don't have to just sit behind someone. You can push waves yourself. And yeah, that's about it. Alright guys, that's it stream for now. Thanks for watching, and maybe I'll stream later, otherwise tomorrow.